There we go. So I only have 15 minutes, which is good because we don't want to overkill this. All right, a spinner containing the colors red, blue, yellow, purple, and green is spun, and then two coins are tossed. Oh my gosh, this is that crazy one. Hang on. So it says to make a tree diagram to find a sample space for the event. Um, so basically, we're trying to figure out what are the possibilities. Um, oh, it's not as bad as it sounds. So here we go with I'm gonna number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we've got 5 colors that are being spun and 2 coins that are being tossed. So 2 coins could have, let's do our 2 separate sample spaces and then we'll mix the both together. So separately, the spinner could land on 5 colors, one of 5 colors, and then the coin tossing could be one of 2 possibilities, 2 outcomes. So let's just do our total. This is going back to that fundamental counting principle before we left school. So we know we're going to have 20 possible outcomes. So a tree diagram, there's any number of ways to do that. Let's do the spinner. Let's just do a simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see, I might not have enough space. Well, yeah, I can. So we know that the red could end up with 2 heads, a head and a tail and a head. Let's see, there's a total of like 8 outcomes. No, just kidding. 4 outcomes. Head, tail, head, and tail. And so then our tree basically is no, it's not probability. We're doing sample space. And then basically it's just this. These 4 things with these 4 possible outcomes with each of the other 4 colors. So the color, let's try it with a little bit more space, and this time I'll try it red, blue, yellow, purple, and green. All right. Now, this is where we can do our head, tail. There's actually going to be more than, let's see.
Miss Beck,
Yeah.
where you get head and tail from?
The 2 coins being tossed.
Oh, okay.
So there's 2 possible outcomes whenever you toss the coins. And so then here we go. Our possibility could be red with the first toss head, the second toss head. Red with the first toss head, second toss head. Tails. Ugh. Red with the first toss tail, the second toss head, and red with first tail and the second tail. Let's see. Is there any other possibility? No, that's it. And so then you do that for the blue. The blue could have two heads tossed with it. It could have a head and a tail and a head, and then lastly two tails. And then so your tree ultimately, so a tree just means that you're starting from a given space and you're creating all the possible branches, and then you go from those branches out to try and gather the probability. So this is fundamental counting principle. That just means that's what we did. Let's see. We did this fundamental. Here we go. This is getting into some probability. So if we've got a coin that's randomly selected from a jar containing 70 nickels, 100 dimes, 80 quarters, and 50 half dollars, find the probability of getting a quarter. So this is probability is when we're talking about the desired outcome over the possible outcome. The total. All right, so desired over the total. All right, the possibility of quarters being drawn. Well, how many quarters are in there? 80 quarters. And then the total coins that are in this jar, 70 plus 80 is 150, 250 plus 50 half dollars, so that's 300 coins. So then that's what we would say our probability is. Our probability is equal to 80 out of 300. That reduces to 8 out of 30. That will reduce one more time to 4 out of 15. Now that is in fraction. I don't have a calculator beside me. Whoever starts math class without calculator beside them. Miss Beck. All right, I got my phone though. Here we go. So if I wanted to do this in, I would get 0.266, or if I change that to a percentage, I would get 27%. So you can have probability as a fraction, you can have it as a decimal, and you can have it as a percentage. All right, click on, tell me, did that make sense? Chime in here, guys.
Okay, I got it. Well, the fourth one, I got it right. Okay.
Oh,
The first one about the colors, I didn't get it.
and that's fine. I really wanted you to focus on the probability. So this is, remember in class when we going back to this one, remember when we had the cookout trays? What are the possible trays? So in this case, we've got crust, sauce, toppings. Crust, there's 3 possibilities for the crust, there's 3 possibilities for the sauce, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 possibilities. When you multiply these all together, that tells you how many possibilities there are, which 3 times 3 is 9, times 8 is 72. So if we wouldn't dare do a tree because 72 things would be too much. This one, so these are a lot more tricky because these you need to know how many ways can you make 10 cents. and then go from there. So I need my, yes.
So I see where you got from the beginning. I saw where you got the 80 from, but I don't know where you got the 300 from.
So the 300 came from adding 70 plus 100 plus 80 plus 50.
So all the numbers that are there.
Yeah, so that's the total number of whatever you're picking from. In this case, coins.
Okay.
So the probability of a dime, we know there's 100 dimes out of, we already counted up the total number of coins.
300.
Yeah. And so now we get to 1/3, which is this the 0.667? Oh, 0.333. So we get 0.33 or 33% chance of reaching in.
Okay.
This prime, this means not a nickel. So the P prime of nickel means what's the probability that it's not a nickel? So in that case, we would take 300 and subtract what's 70, which would give us 230. So there's 230 chances that it's not a nickel out of 300 total coins that are in there, and then just start like we did up above. Reduce it to its smallest. Well, this one we can reduce easy. 23 over 30, and then right, what's the next one? I think next one's the same thing. So a bag is full of poker chips. Probability of randomly selecting a red chip from the bag is 1/8. These are okay. So not a probability. So the probability of selecting a red chip is 1/8. That means probability of it not being red would be 7/8. Because if you take, everything is always subtracted from 1, kind of like 100. 1 minus 1/8 equals to 7/8. So the probability of it being blue, so 1 minus the 1324, we have to convert 24 over 24 minus 13 over 24, and then that gives us 11. So the chance of it not being blue is 11 out of 24. All right, so just like we did before, you would count up the number of letters, total number of letters, how many E's, and then you would figure out the probability that, it says odds, but I'm going to change this to probability. Odds are a little bit different, but for our purposes, we'll make them the same.